And now in the last 7 o'clock hour, there was quite the clip. I want to get right to it and show you because it was really stunning to see people riding their bike and running through the snow. And it was coming down. I mean, a little bit more than a flurry, as you can see from this video. And, you know, it was only for about 15 minutes, but it looks certainly beautiful, especially against the contrast of the bright yellow and red trees here in Central Park, because don't forget, we're still in fall, even though Old Man Winter is making an appearance for today. 173 and Amsterdam Avenue in Washington Heights. It was around 9:45 when that man on a moped approached the officer. It was two men on a moped, but just one got off and asked the officer if he knew an individual by name, and then showed that officer he had a handgun. The off-duty officer then drew his own weapon and fired several rounds. We counted at least 14 casing evidence markers here at that 30-year-old man, hitting him.
Of people packed Times Square on Saturday for the No Kings protest, voicing anger over what they call growing authoritarianism in Washington. The crowd stretched from Times Square to 14th, filling the sidewalks with homemade signs and flags, most reading No Kings. Chants echoed between the towers. City councilors marched shoulder to shoulder with protesters.
No Kings NYC to protest against some of the draconian acts that we're seeing stem from Washington, perpetuated by Donald Trump, who thinks he's a king, who thinks that this is a monarchy.
In all, 5 people were hit. A 25-year-old man died. The chaos did not stop there. Minutes later, the car the men apparently jumped out of crashed into a house near Arno and Hone Avenues, less than a mile away from the shooting. It also totaled a minivan at the intersection.
Mucha policía, mucha policía.
Police recovered at least 3 guns at the crash scene and arrested a 24-year-old. This comes as the NYPD deployed more than 1,000 officers to high-crime neighborhoods across the city.
Given day, these violations could get a vehicle booted or towed. But for this special operation, the sheriff's office ramped up resources, deploying more than 24 deputies for the operation with the goal of netting 50 vehicles per borough. We saw 4 vehicles get towed away. Under Sheriff Kenneth Matos says the operation was strategic and fast-moving.